Hey guys, this is number 3 in my video series to my UGM Brothers, and I know it's been a while since I posted a new video. I apologize for that. My first video, I talked about the importance of simply taking a job that you may not necessarily want, but a job is better than no job. The second video in this series, and I don't know how many there'll be, I'll just keep doing it until I run out of topics. The second video was primarily about just the way we present ourselves. And I kind of talked a little bit about, for example, if you go around burping, what you're going to do is you're going to put forth an image, and people would begin to see you in that light, which may not actually be the real you, but that's the image that you're putting forth. And I know that sounds kind of silly, but it's actually true. Video number 3 today. I want to talk a little bit about success, because one of the things that I've learned in my time at UGM is that sometimes when we come across or we come into a season of success, we don't really know how to handle it. It's interesting in the Bible, and I'm not going to give you the address, you can look that up later, but Solomon, King Solomon, who according to Jesus was the wisest man that ever lived, obviously next to Jesus, there's a proverb that says that a man is known by how he receives compliments better than how he receives criticism. And I think that what Solomon is saying there is that honestly, most of us are kind of used to being criticized. I mean, we're used to focus meetings, we're used to people kind of calling us on our stuff, and we've become accustomed with navigating through grief and sorrow and difficulty and disappointment. We're kind of all used to a bad day. What most of us aren't accustomed to is a good day, is success. We're used to living without, we're not used to living with. And what I've noticed is that what happens is that when we start experiencing success, for example, a guy hadn't had a job for a year or two. He gets a job and he gets a little bit of money in his pocket, and bam, he relapses. Or bad things start happening, or he makes unwise decisions. You know, the first thing he does after he gets $1,000 saved is he runs out and buys a car, but he doesn't really need a car. You go out and you buy a big flat screen TV, but you don't even have a place to plug your TV into. So what are some of the things that we can do to guard from getting all wonky and messed up when we have success? Well, I think it begins with number one, we need to do program. We don't want to short circuit the program that has been set before us. Don't take a job until you're ready to take a job. All right? In other words, if you're 5 months into the program, don't be tempted to take a job because you're not ready for that. Wait until you've worked through all of the stuff that's been set before you. And when you do get a job, begin to apply all of the principles that you've learned over the past 6, 7, 8, 9 months. Sit down with one of the chaplains, sit down with myself, and come up with a budget, come up with how you're going to spend your money. Begin to cultivate discipline. Don't just say, woohoo, I got some money in my pocket, let's go party. You want to enjoy the fruits of your labor, but you want to do that slowly. You don't want to open the floodgates all at once. Have other people in your life that you can be accountable to, that you can share with them, hey, listen, this is how much money I'm making, here's how I'm spending it. Ease back into society bit by bit. I kind of liken it to this, okay? When I was a kid, my mom used to take us to this place called The Plunge, where I grew up in Southern California. And even growing up in LA in the summertime, we go to this really big community pool. Man, the water was freezing cold, but we didn't care. We were kids, right? But You know, some of my friends, they just like jump off the high dive and boom, they'd freeze and they'd scream and carry on. That's one way to do it, but the rest of us, we would ease into the pool bit by bit. Same thing that when we went to the beach, you know, the water down there is cold, but after a while you got used to it. So I would say ease into this new season of success and don't go crazy, because what you don't want to do is round third base, slide into home, only to make a decision that puts you all the way back at the beginning of the game. God bless you guys. See you in the next video.